League Division 1 round 13 of the championship. We're here at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. Alongside me, Gaming Things, who's kindly gone to track today and doing an amazing job, currently P3. We also have Mr. Collins here as well, after being a bit naughty in Division, not even Div 2. It was last week when Div 1 went to Spa. But how are you both, and what do you all think of Zandvoort?
I feel like who should speak first.
Hello, good evening. Zandvoort's one of those tracks, classic in the F1 calendar. Only come back to it, when was it, 2 years ago?
Last year.
Last year. Still as classic as ever. Should be a decent race, I'm happy, I can't wait for it to start.
And Gaming?
I am also good, but I have a complete opposite opinion of this track to Collins. I absolutely hate driving around this bugger of a thing. So yeah, it'll be fun. But normally every time we have races down around here, well in the game at least, it's normally quite interesting. So let's see what happens.
Let's take a trip down memory lane for Nhrl history at Zandvoort.
Don't talk about that race.
The infamous DXS line from a few seasons ago, and one of the Div 1 races? I can't remember what season it was, but it was when Jamie was on the grid and he span at the first corner at lights out, and the whole grid crashed into each other. Oh,
I thought you were on about the absolute cluster of a race and what ended absolutely terribly while I had to commentate myself.
wasn't really much you could do on that day, was it? Yeah. I hate to say it, but I'm glad I wasn't there for that one. I was out enjoying myself doing things. I went to go see someone famous if it helps, but not that I knew anyone's going to be that bothered. But in terms of the track, we've got Bomber on pole position at the minute, 110.8, pretty respectable, but double check what tyre that was on the medium. I was going to say, if he's nailed it on the soft, the guys can easily get into the 1.9s, 1.8s.
Anyway, we should probably say about the numbers. This is legitimately for a reason.
Oh, do you mean the 9 cars on the grid?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we know where they are. Not all of them are ignoring us. It is exam season, so half the grid is going to be busy until, well, potentially the summer. But we'll do what we can. If it's anything that makes me happy is that people are still interested. I'm not really fussed about massive grids anyway. I think for example, it probably could have done with a few more, but if no one's what we get, at least it's enough for a 25% race, which is what we're having.
Yeah, and obviously we're all fans of racing, and obviously we would like you to be here, but this is just a game. Real life exams comes before everything.
Yep.
It's not that long ago I finished my exams 3 years ago. Bloody hard they were.
I thought mine were quite easy, probably why I failed most of them.
You're probably one of those kids smoking behind the bike shelter.
No, weirdly those kids did better than me, which was really annoying. Right, got G-Dan hopefully about to come across the line set time. The lap's still valid. Please don't lose the car on the straight. Excellent, he's gone P7.
He's struggling for real life faster than that.
Question, if the game says this lap and the next is now in the valid, does that mean that when I come out of the pits again, that lap's going to be validated, or?
That's only for your next flying lap. When you come into the pit, that's just null and void.
Oh, okay, because whilst I was entering the pits, the game just decided, oh, you're clearly in the corner by entering the pits, and here's some validations.
Oh yeah, just don't worry about it. When you come back out, that will just be like a normal out lap.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a bit more about Zandvoort in terms of a driver perspective. I think you're going to agree with this game. Some of the curbs are absolutely awful, especially
Why do you
towards the
think I
top of the
hate
track.
it?
To be fair, as a track layout design, it's alright. If anything, I find it quite fun. Suits my driving style perfectly fine.
It doesn't for mine.
Yeah, but if I do, let's say if I do well at Zandvoort, you're probably going to do better elsewhere.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's always been the same for me and you, to be honest, Connor.
Dan has improved his time from P7 to P4 on the mediums.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been watching him. That last lap was quite a bit faster. I'm bored with Fred as he's going around setting his time. But, yeah, I do like the flowingness of the track. Overtaking is still a nightmare. It's pretty much a DRS overtake down the main straight into turn 1. Anywhere else, just no. And the fact that, where is it? Yeah, sector 2, the dirt, yeah, is that bad, you might as well be driving through cow shit, but yeah, it should still be a show, no matter. Oh my god, Fred.
Bit wide.
A bit.
At least he can have a chance to turn his battery off and have a recharge.
That's exactly where I saw him going to the gravel.
Are they all really, like, is anyone even going to come out again?
Well, I am.
Callum Davies on an outlap.
Yeah, they're all leaving it quite late. Not really sure what they're doing.
Probably one of the last flyer trying to get at that right time.
And I can tell you that's exactly what we're doing.
Callum looks like he's just really slowed down. No, he's speeding up again.
Is Fred going for another?
Yep, Fred is on his lap. He's going to get interfered by Rod.
Rodrigo should let him by?
Yep, he does.
Ooh. I don't know what it is. Everyone seems to be really loose coming through turn 3.
It depends on your rear stability on your setup.
I don't even know what mine is.
Fred nice and smooth through turn 5, I think that was.
Oh, it just,
yeah, it seems a lot more stable this time around for Fred.
Yeah, cooling down his tyres and recharging that battery will help to quite a bit. Top 3 are coming back out onto the field with 1:50 to go.
Pub Sec 2, Fred's 6 tenths up.
Oh god.
6 tenths, so only put him in 11.6, that'll get him P4.
As long as he doesn't beat me, I'm fine.
If he beats 6 tenths, that'll be in 11.3. He's probably going to go even quicker. 11.1. Gamey, you've got your work cut out for you today, mate.
I hate this track, so I'm probably not going to do well.
Join the club with them, DJ. Right, Mr. Callum
just between me and MDJ, he's good.
Opens the DRS at perfect time, does not hit the wall, does not spins on his front straight, only still stays P7. He has enough time for one more lap.
Depends how much fuel he's got in the car though. It's got to be a bit annoying, he's only a tenth away from Matteo. We've got a Red Bull in the barrier.
Ah, crap.
That would be Fred, I think he's out of fuel. And there goes Matteo, he's lost his front wing. That will be his session done.
Oh yeah, do you know what video I was watching last night?
As long as it's relevant to the to what we're doing right now, what was it, Connor?
Season 2, Div 1 Bahrain.
Ah, crap.
Oh, bugger.
Language, mate. No, because
that's why I stopped myself.
I didn't realise that grid was only 7 cars, but the racing was so good. and for some reason Gamey sounded like over the moon that it was like the best thing that had ever happened to him. He was in a right jolly mood that day.
Wait, what?
Mercedes take first and second.
Yeah, while I'm trying to fend off a Ferrari.
Wait, wasn't that one where Collins won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if it was that Bahrain where I saw someone like completely spit on in the side what made him go airborne.
Yep.
The way you said yep, I imagine that's you.
Because it was.
Oh yeah, let alone the fact that me and Harley as teammates, we actually collided before that corner that sent him into that spin in the first place, and then poor old Red Bull comes round and gets yeeted out of the race.
But to be fair, he did say he needed to be somewhere at that same time, not just after.
Doesn't give you the right to take someone out of a race. If that were done by our standards now, you would have had a race ban for that.
Yeah, no, that race would have been null and void.
Well, it means I would have had another win to be 4 I had that season, but those were the good old glory days.
The glory days where you could actually practically win.
Excuse me, I won in Div 2 last night.
Did you now?
Yes, I did.
And the grid for Zandvoort tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bomber is P1 on the medium tyres. And last place is Mike de Jong with a quali ban.
Thank you for actually doing the actual job of what we were meant to be commentating, Collins.
As you can see, Bomber is on pole for Mercedes, followed by
with
G-Dan at Aston Martin.
Sorry.
There's a Dutch guy in second place. He'll be happy where he is starting, followed by Ferrari, followed by Fred and Gamey. I can't pronounce his name.
Right, save the full rundown until we actually get in. It was a pretty clean quali actually. Toby somehow crossed the pit exit line and then 2 corners later had terminal damage, so I wonder if the two are linked. Gamey, you're the master of conspiracies around here, what do you think?
What do you mean I'm the master of conspiracies around here?
It's not the master of conspiracy around here, it's the master of conspiracies around USA.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Season 2 Div 1 USA.
You have to remind me about that. I don't know what the hell you're on about.
It looks like H. Collins just taking out T. Jonas for his teammate to win the championship.
Did I say that?
Yes, it's on the stream.
Well, that was just me joking, right?
No, you went on about it for 20 minutes.
Yes, it was a very long joke.
A running joke is this. It's how clowns are made.
Hey, at least I haven't continued my running joke of saying a bloody innuendo every race.
Alright. Well, that's enough from you, Krusty the Clown. You sort your strategy out.
Right, calm down, Jimmy Carr.
Haha!
I don't get it.
Jimmy Carr's a comedian.
Oh yeah! Stop. Right. This is going to be some of the best 18 laps of my life. Even though it's still 25% race, 90% rule applies, so...
Lap 16.
Yeah, lap 16 will be the 90%. Put it this way, I think Bomber's got it in the bag. He still has to make the stop and he'll be on the softs at the end. So, yet again, track position is quite key. If you've got clean air, you should be alright. Right, full race rundown, because even with 9 cars, it's still going to tip quite well. Bomber on pole position for Mercedes is ahead of G-Dan. I see him back in the Aston Martin in P2, and Roger Gorius back after a lengthy absence in P3 for the Ferrari. Fred the Red P4 for Red Bull ahead of the almighty Gamey Things P5 in the Alfa Romeo today. He's ahead of Colin Davey P6 and the Sol McLaren ahead of the sister Aston Martin, Matteo down there in P7. Toby Tiger crashing out in qualifying P8 for the Ferrari driver, and MDJ with a qualifying ban will start P9 in Williams, otherwise known as today as last place.
That didn't take you long.
Yeah, don't really know why I'm panicking really. If it was a full 20 car grid, then I'd have to start it immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, even with a partially full grid around Monaco, sometimes I'm struggling to do the rundown.
Yep, as we can also see, 3 of the cars are on alternative strategies, which are Bomber, Toby, and MDJ. Everyone else is on softs.
The fact that some of these cars are bottoming out at 60 miles an hour is very concerning.
We will find out how they prepare in the race any minute now.
Yes, it's going to go absolutely swimmingly.
It's got to go better than last season.
The cars are on the grid.
There's a bloke with a green flag, that's all I can see. There we go. 5
red
lights.
Lights and lights out!
Steady start at the front. Oh!
Oh, Bomber!
That's G-Dan going deep. I think he's trying to... Oh my god!
It's all tight here.
Yeah, someone might want to check on Toby VSC. Everyone, like, calm down straight away. Didn't see what happened there, but that was quite violent.
I saw Toby and Mateo was at a 45-degree angle. There's something between them two happened on that start.
Clip the footage and send it in, then you can have that dealt with. I thought it was a lightning start there from G-Dan. With him on the soft tyres, the only reason I think he had to give the position back was the VSC kit.
Yep. Which is going to be a big relief for Bomber.
Even though Bomber's going to be running these mediums for about another 9-10 laps.
If G-Dan doing no stuff?
No, you will. It's dry, so it is mandatory. You have to make a stop.
Oh my god! What a restart from Dan!
People pitting.
G-Dan with the fastest lap already. Rodrigo's coming screaming in behind Bomber as well. Callum Davies not too far behind.
Red's coming in the pits for mediums.
Yeah, but only car. Luckily, those mediums should. I think that's the normal tire life anyway. 16 laps. Even though it's 25%, they should still be getting through the 50% tyre wear rate.
I think God awful start there.
Everybody with a clean restart. MDJ is already up into P5 on medium tyres.
Tell you what, it is. I know there's probably not too much action on track, but they are quite close together.
If there's some on tracks, you can't really get into it much of a distance, probably, but...
Yeah, because the dirty air in the second sector just ruins all the racing.
Well, hopefully these new cars, and it changes that a bit.
I'm hoping so.
Well, they're working so far, clearly.
But it's still early in the season.
Hey, I think they've worked.
MDJ fastest lap from 12.703 on medium tyres.
He's coming.
G-Dan and Bomber within a second of each other. Rodriguez is within that 1 second window as well. Them 3 are all basically all 5 of them in a DRS train.
There's a big boy here, Jesus!
Anyone touched curb of death yet?
I don't know which one that is, but I had a little bit of an issue there. I nearly lost it on going down the straight.
It's a sausage curve on the inside of the fast right-hander.
We would know if there was a yellow flag.
Okay, then it definitely was me then.
Yeah, because from another league that I was racing earlier in the week, they started saying that that curb is the ultimate curb of death. I have to disagree. It's definitely turn 5 at Hungary.
Oh, that can go screw itself.
And all the curbs at the Suzuka S section.
Mate, this ain't F1 2019.
Anyway,
that's still an issue.
On the DRS of G-Dan still a bit far behind.
Fight P3 as well. Callum Davies trying his luck on the Ferrari.
Around the outside, no contact. Callum Davies make it through. Is there going to be any contact?
Right.
No. Rodriguez has to back out. Mikey's on the inside.
Might go, oh, that's a bit dirty, like, bang wheels a bit, but as long as you don't end up in the fence, it's fine by me.
If you're not rubbing, you're not racing.
Yeah, as the Yanks say, but as long as you're not smashing into each other, then I don't really mind. I don't mind a bit of sparring here and there from people.
Yep. Back to the front two. DRS train. Also, MTJ and Rod and Callum are going to be. MTJ's going to have a double slipstream from Rod and Callum. G-Dan's going to try up the inside, but he runs out of room. He's going to try around the outside. Bomber goes into P1 again. Let's go back down to MTJ, see how he gets. Oh, never mind. Let's watch the battle for P1 with Bomber and G-Dan. Follows in the slipstream, moves to the right. That's his only defensive move. Can take G-Dan onto the inside, around the outside of Bomber. Most clean move.
DJ and Rodriguez as well. Fight for P4. DJ with a better exit. Surely the softs can't be falling off already.
Yeah, they are.
Double tyre wear in the 25% race. It will go quicker.
I didn't think the tyre rate was that bad, because I've taken mediums very, very long in a 25% race before.
That may also be your driving style.
Smooth. That's all I can say to that.
I think
my driving style is very Pablo Montoya, just absolutely gunning it every goddamn corner.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed when I was watching that Bahrain race back as well. I drove like an absolute inappropriate word to say, but I can't believe some of the moves I'm pulling. I'm not surprised why I've got kicked out of so many leagues at the time. Yeah, no, they're all quite close. Like, it's at least a 5-way fight for the lead, and potentially a 5-way fight for the podium.
MTJ and Callum.
Yeah, but there's no battery left in either of these cars, and there's a move change in position up at the front.
MTJ into P3.
Did he win his home Grand Prix?
G-Dan and Bomber, I think G-Dan's tyres are falling off a little bit. Because Mikey's catching ever mini sector.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Send them to the tyre fire, those tyres are done.
Send them to Springfield.
Hey.
If Mikey gets a nice clean exit off this turn, he's got DRS battery, he can do him into the staging part of this circuit, or is he going to try the late move? Mikey's not stupid. MTJ is not stupid. Rise the curves nice and tight through that little short. Coming to the bank. Overtake is enabled. MDJ right behind G-Dan. G-Dan is just going to stay in the middle of the track. Let MDJ take the inside into the turn one.
G-Dan's going to try and stay around the outside. No, I think there's tyres are full. I'll be Gamey, like, when are you guys supposed to be pitting?
Next lap.
I wouldn't be surprised some people want to pit by lap 5. Yeah, these softs have gone off very quickly.
Yep, I can confirm that.
The main battles now is going to be for Bomber and MGJ because they're both on the same strategy.
Potentially one for the championship as well. Now that Cameron isn't here, it's open door for either of these two.
Yeah.
But who's head out of each other?
Oh, come off it!
Whoever's ahead in the standings out of these two, somebody knows. All I know is that it's definitely not me.
It'd be a bit strange if you were on the Div 1 standings as a commentator.
Gamey's on there.
Ah, yes, he's been driving.
Shut up.
Anyway, MTJ even after another fastest lap.
I'm pretty sure I say the same sentence every time this game gives me a penalty.
Yeah, but very rarely do I hear you say it on stream. It's normally in a 5-lapper when someone's punted you off.
Yeah. We haven't done 5 lappers for a while.
Yeah. Because we absolutely... You remember at the time when we started playing, we milked F1 2017. And then come 2018...
It was good times though.
Yeah, definitely good times. I had a lot more advanced times on F1 2017, but come 2018, that's when I was taking it a bit more seriously. So you're like, oh, do you want to do 5 laps? I'm like, no, I'm practicing.
And when it was 2017, they picked up me.
But yeah, it is a little bit of news that I wasn't expecting from Cody's in terms of the game, but for the 22 game, it will be the last. It'll be the last game for this current game engine. So for F1 2023, it will be as much change as it was going from the PS3 to the PS4.
Nice.
Callum Davies on a fresh set of medium tyres. What
would that be? Unreal Engine 5?
That is going to be last for Callum Davies. Fred has gone into P7. While still on board with Bomber and MGJ. MGJ has caught up a little bit to Bomber. Nice little X out of this hairpin section, little bit of a hairpin, and he will probably be having a run up to half a second between two. He's not going to, Mikey MGJ is not going to get the corner. Now for the mini stadium complex of Zandvoort, leading up to the last right-hander and the bank section. Mikey has lost a 10th during that last sector. I think the mediums are starting to show their wear a little bit. What are you thinking? Could MGJ, Carl, how do you think MDJ could overtake Bomber?
Well, saving his battery will be a good start. Bomber is not all there in the battery department himself, but he's got a damn sight more to play with than MDJ. He's just got enough, like, if MDJ wants DRS and the overtake down the main, all Bomber has to do is put his overtake on and he can cover him off. That's how much battery they've got. So MDJ's, he's just got to sit with him for a bit.
Or do you think them two are gonna wait until the box and see who's the quickest pit stop?
No, they're not that dumb. They will know when they're pitting, regardless of, oh, I'm going to go 1 lap longer than you, because they'll know someone's either done the right thing or the wrong thing. But only those guys will know what's happened. Anyway, having a look down this fight for P4, the newest of the medium runners.
They're talking about boxing. Bomber and MDJ have broken the bit box.
With that, Aston.
Is that G-Day?
MGD does not gain the lead out of the box. Bomber goes back out in P1.
Yeah, but the other guys behind aren't too far. Oh, Bomber, that was very, very risky. Put his wheel on the white line, luckily it didn't
Fred
go
and Callum,
over.
side by side.
Oh, that was
Big crash.
unexpectedly side by side. Safety car.
Full safety car.
I guess this is how these two, but for the rest of them, it's an excuse to go back on the softs, I guess.
It would. They've come in for the medium tyres, so they can go back on the softs if they want to. And during the last stint, we did see the soft tyres go for about 8 laps.
Do I dare be that guy? No, I'm not. However, McLaren is.
Is it really going to change anything? But I'm trying to think. 5-lap shootout toward the end, I think, is what we're expecting now.
Safety car. This should be about lap 15.
I've caught up. What the hell are you on about, Jeff? Oh, apparently Jeff won't be in the next game.
Nope, it's a completely different person.
What was wrong with Jeff, eh?
I think Cody's got a bit annoyed with hearing the same voice lines every year.
The other one in the other game, why would they get annoyed by it?
I don't know. Probably, it's probably
so.
Change.
What are they doing? Is it going to be like a different engineer for different people, or are we just going to have different voices over it? That would be quite cool, to be fair. Like, asking different parts of your strategy, it's not just one voice you're hearing, it's like maybe 3 or 4 people.
It's going to be one guy, but it's going to be a guy who's previously done Formula 3 radio engineering before. It's not going to be Jeff, it's a new Jeff, but a guy who's actually been in Formula 3 doing engineering strategies before.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because the person in this game is clearly a voice actor. I'm expecting it to maybe something down the Project Cars 2 route in terms of radio then.
Why, has Project 2 got like actual general people doing it?
Yeah, there's not really any overwhelming characters to it, and it's not like basic information, it's a bit more...
The proper good stuff.
Yeah, I think intellect is what I'm after. It's the kind of racing jargon that you're used to.
Yeah, it's like when you hit a wall at Indianapolis, he will actually say which part the car is done for.
Done for, it will say if it's like how much it's costing you speed, how much your lap times are down by on the regular, and then over time, if you keep going, it'll end up giving you an aggregate as well.
Okay, that's quite cool. Question, what do you guys think of the next game's VR mode?
It's VR for PC, but that's something to do with the tech companies that apparently for VR with Xbox and PlayStation, their VR headsets aren't compatible with the coding of the game. So if you've got a PC, the next game should be VR for PC.
Right, never mind that. The safety car is coming in this lap. We're gonna have a 5-lap car. We're gonna have a 5-lap shootout.
I hope so. I hope we don't
end up
with any Magello start. Oh god, that's close.
And we are back to green.
Oh, back to P3 though. G Dan hold off for Ferrari.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what happened?
Cold tyres, I nearly spun, so I'm now in last.
I'm very surprised that the medium runners didn't actually change back to the softs.
I should have done that.
One person only did, and that was Callum.
Yeah, that would explain why it's all over Roger Goris. And not even G-Dam would be cemented in for the podium.
Oh, come on!
Mate, you need to turn it down.
Tracks the back stuff.
How? I didn't even go. I didn't even cut the corner. No.
Roger Goris is good defensive driving though. Any door open for Callum.
Yeah,
right, that was a Codemasters penalty.
I've just looked at the gap. MTJ and Bomber have opened a gap of nearly 2 seconds on the restart.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder if the tyres have got anything to play with that.
Nah, I just think it's just down to strategy and pace.
No, I'd actually laugh if MDJ is still sandbagging, and he's just going to wait until the last lap and shoot off 5 seconds down the road.
I wouldn't knowing the line, I wouldn't get past him.
But yeah, remind me that the esports team needs 10 to 2 tomorrow. Because I don't know who we have available for the top tier.
How is that cutting the corner?
It might not be corner cutting, it would just be track extending. If it was track extending, I'd understand. Corner cutting round it, no.
No, apparently it did say that's corner cutting warning.
Right, keep an eye on the guys at the front for me, Harley. Right, there's Nhrl. Alright, Callum, I've got to think he's just wasting his battery a bit. Let the guys in front use theirs, and then when their battery starts flashing, that's when you use yours, but you need the pace to stay with them no matter what. Right, back to top 2. DJ is keeping it under half a second.
He's got DRS, and he's going to have overtake.
I don't think 4/10 is close enough. Maybe down the main, but not down into that DRS.
Yeah, other leagues, people have tried that move, and that never works.
I've done it.
You're a different breed, though, of driver. Anyway.
Oh, there we go. Bit of DRS, not that all. What's Bummer gonna do? Are they gonna touch? No, he's done him.
They don't touch tips. And there you go, there's MDJ into first place with a lap and 75% to go.
Yeah,
well done, put off
so, yeah, top 7 that will get points. I quite like this though. I think this ruling is right. If it's this kind of attendance, then keep it 25%. Bit short and sweet, and it doesn't get dragged out as much. But DJ will need to fend off at least 2 DRS attacks. Still no guarantee he's going to win the race.
No, because Bomber does have DRS and overhaul.
Oh my god.
MDJ staying on that left hand side of the track, going into turn 1, does not have enough. Bomber is still under 4.
I'm trying to force a gap on that.
You idiot!
What you done, mate? Whoa.
The tail on game he had a tangle. Anyway, this is the last lap. The battle is for P1.
Mate, watch us fighting for P4. This is what Callum needed, but is it too little too late?
This is what he should have been doing right at the start, getting in amongst it.
No, his battery is quite reasonable, but last lap of the race? Sorry, man.
Oh my god, the gap is... Oh, Bob just had a little bit of a wiggle coming out that little section of the giant Mikey.
He's still got battery, but...
banking.
Can you fend him off down the straight? Surely he can.
MGJ wins! MGJ wins his home Grand Prix. Who gets 3rd? G-Dan 4th, Rodriguez 5th.
Oh my god. Look, that's some of the closest finishing I've seen for a while. Still nowhere near the 4 milliseconds of the end of last season's second division?
Portugal.
What was the gap at Portugal?
It was like 4 thousandths.
Well, that was in Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's the
damn
second
it,
race.
Mateo.
Right. Mr. Collins, are you able to try and invite the podium personnel to the party?
Yep.
Yeah, would you like to know what can happen there?
No. We'll talk about it later.
Fair enough.
Right. Full race rundown then. MDJ takes, I believe only his second win of the season, but it's his home one, so I think he'll be more than happy to have a beer on that one. Bomber, up a good fight, but P2 does get the fast lap, and G down on the podium. Double Dutchies for the home race, PP for the Aston Martin driver. Roger Goris P4 in the Ferrari, beats out Callum Davey only just. P5 for the McLaren driver, Gaming Things P6 in the Alfa Romeo, and Matteo P7 in the Aston Martin. DNFs were Fred the Red P8 for the Red Bull, and Toby Tiger losing it on the first lap. Classified P9 for Ferrari.
Who was it that I need to bring in?
It'd be DJ Bomber and Dan.
Ah, okay. Do you think you can do Bomber?
How many of them? Obviously 3 yards. Someone keep an eye on when they actually get here.
It is Dan.
Even.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
That's podium.
Yeah, of course. No. It was a little bit of a surprise, but
Well, until we wait for the rest of them to get here, short and sweet one. I think, considering the attendance of 25% was the best thing to do today, but I'm hoping you still enjoyed yourself. But in terms of the race, how was it out there? Was it difficult?
nah. It was a little bit of a surprise that I started P2 because I was told, yeah, maybe P6 or P7, P5 in the midfield. But yeah, P2 was a surprise. My start was really good, but I went too deep into turn 1, so yeah, I couldn't get the lead. But on the first safe car, I can pick the lead, and I was undercutted by I think Callum and Rodrigo. But yeah, I had a good result, so I got Rodrigo around the outside of turn 1. So yeah, the podium is nice, and it's also my home Grand Prix, so it's a little bit special.
It's going to be even more special when we move on for the winner. Now that he's finally joined. Well, hang on. Harley, have you got any questions to ask him?
Not at the minute.
Alright. Yeah, really well done on that drive, Dan. Bomber.
Yeah.
P2 pipped just toward the final stage of the race. First of all, take us through the race. How was it? I think you were enjoying a bit of the clean air for a while before you saw a raging madman of a Williams behind you. But how was it out there?
Well, it wasn't really that bad. Tire strategy worked. I was actually gaining on MDJ on the last couple laps, just didn't really find any overtaking spots. Still happy with P2 though. So yeah, I had a little bit of I had a bunch of moments where I almost crashed. That also adds to the part on why MDJ overtook me.
I was going to say, the circumstances that you're under, is there anything more you could have done, or was it just his pace and that DRS too late in the race? Was it a case that you couldn't really come back from that?
Well, Zandvoort is not really a track that has a lot of overtaking spots, so it would have been hard to overtake him again. But if the race was at 50% instead of a 25, I think at some point maybe would be able to overtake. Just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, well, this is something I probably should have asked Dan as well. Next race, hopefully, we can make it a little bit longer. Monza.
Oh, well, first of all, hopefully I finish in Monza like last time. Not really one of my best tracks, but I have improved in it the last while. So hopefully it'll be good.
I say, I don't think Monza's that bad for racing.
Yeah, it still has a lot of overtaking spots.
Yeah, it's, I'm hoping we're going to get some sort of like late fights or something. The racing around there can normally be quite good. Yeah, congratulations on PT Bomber. DJ.
Hi.
Do you like Zandvoort now?
No.
Oh. Well, take us through that. Come from Qualiban, I guess with it only being a 9-cog ready, it might have helped, but the most difficult thing you had to put up with today?
Well, the most difficult thing was the bomber. I mean, he had a good pace, and it's really difficult to overtake here. And every time on the last sector, he made this gap that made it impossible to overtake on the straight. So I decided to wait till he made a mistake in one of the corners in the last sector, and that was the key to my overtaking. After that, I was just driving to the finish line and not crashing like I always do on Zandvoort. So yeah.
I was going to say, but I might know the answer. How much preparation did you actually put in for this race?
Well, I did about 12 or 13 laps with Bomber just before the race, so I think enough.
But given that then, the race pace, where do you think you should have finished today? Or did you come in knowing that a win was on the cards? Even from P9?
I mean, I actually thought I would either finish in the wall or second, because I thought that Bomber would have been quicker and that he would have driven away long before I catch second place. So yeah, I thought either the wall or second place.
But yeah, you won. So come on, man, you got to be at least a bit happy about it. It's worth cracking the beer open.
Of course, I'm happy. But yeah, still not a track I like.
No, it's fun, man. But your thoughts on Monza for next week? Is that a bit more your kind of thing?
Oh yeah, that's a lot more that my thing.
The esports drive last week was anything to go by. I think we might as well declare the result now. But yeah, any other questions from Gamey or yourself, Harley?
I do have one for Bomber.
Yep.
I was watching you and Mikey fight on the last lap, and I did notice in that little stadium section before the right-hander and the oval part, I see you had a little bit of slip on your rear end. Do you think that could have changed the result if you had a smooth exit?
Possibly, because I wasn't too far away from Mikey at the end of the right before the finish line. It was only 180 milliseconds.
Yep.
So maybe that little snap was the reason why I lost. But still, it would have been hard because the finish line is not really that far down the straight.
Excellent. If it's alright, you lot, I'm gonna wrap this up then. Any trial activity for the next week? Like we said, Division 1 Monza, the Italian Grand Prix next week, and enjoyed watching what you saw today. Then Division 2 get to do it all over again next week for when they get to Zandvoort. Rally Championship will be continuing next week, I believe. Slowly getting my momentum back with running of things, but short and sweet one, guys. I still think it's worth a watch. If not someone who's willing to take things so seriously, I think it is a little bit more light-hearted and something you should be able to smile about. But yeah, hope you have a good weekend. We'll see you next week for Monza.